we got a good one here. You're gonna be floored on this one. Video: cop caught sleeping on the job. Cop pulls her man who filmed him sleeping. Wow.
There's a citizen. He saw a Massachusetts state trooper asleep. According to the narrative, this cop would always sleep inside of his squad car. He decided to approach him, and then after that, he gets targeted by, guess what?
The cop.
The police.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Check this out.
I see you sleeping here every single morning, okay? Going on Facebook Live. Every morning I drive by, you're sleeping and can't even see you in the front seat. Okay?
Seems reasonable to me. All right? The guy.
Let me stop this for a second. Ladies and gentlemen, if you know who I am, and if you know the One In community, y'all remember an auditor that did the exact same thing, and he got busted. Oh yeah, he made the news in the state of Oklahoma. Yes, that's right, Patrick Roth. News Now Patrick did the same thing a couple of years ago. He filmed the cop while sleeping in his job. He was sleeping in his car. Patrick went up to the cop and said, "Hey sir, why you sleep in your squad car? Aren't you supposed to be on duty?" Then the next thing you know, the cop got his car, got pissed off at Patrick, and that's when Patrick said, "Oh, you're hurting me, Then he arrested Patrick, and it made the whole freaking news in the state of Oklahoma. My goodness. I mean, what the hell, No, I'm not laughing about Patrick. He did the right thing, so did the citizen. I mean, you got fucking pigs out there who's sleeping on the job, and the squad cars out there. We're paying their tax dollars. What's the matter, you fat fucking pigs? You oink, oink, wee, wee. Them donuts are too much for you, so you gotta take your bear down. Let's continue.
Guy's name is Nick Ford. That's the person who approached him.
Yep.
His name is Nick Ford. Here's what happened afterward.
Check this out.
Ford was then pulled over by a state trooper immediately after filming the sleeping trooper. Nick Ford of Marlboro said he was pulled over by a state trooper roughly 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
After
Check
he
this out.
confronted the trooper who appeared to be sleeping in his cruiser, the trooper
It gets better, though.
pulled him over, informed Ford that he was pulled over for using an electronic
device.
Ford disputes this claim.
You can't make this shit up.
If the cop was not asleep, there would have been all kinds of back and forth between him and the civilian.
Yep.
But he was asleep.
He was asleep.
Okay?
Just like the cop that was sleep when News Now Patrick filmed
back to sleep. Mm-hmm. Typically what you do.
Yep.
All right? Ford felt as though this was retaliation. He tried to document the interaction as much as he could. Ford requested to the trooper, give me a supervisor. All right, he said, give me a supervisor out here so he could report both the trooper who appeared to be sleeping and the trooper that pulled him over. A supervising trooper arrived on scene and provided Ford with 2 complaints. Ford said he asked the supervising trooper to write him a ticket to have the interaction on public record, but the trooper denied that request and issued him a warning instead.
Whoa, okay.
I like the way this dude thinks.
Exactly.
Okay?
This guy's a smart cat.
I can tell right now that Nick Ford, Mr. Ford, is one of those go big or go home type guys.
Yeah, oh yeah. All in or full,
he said,
baby.
Write me this damn ticket.
Exactly.
I'm guilty, officer.
Yep, go big or home. Exactly. Just like Texas Hold'em poker. All in or full, baby.
To receive several calls from unknown numbers. When he called the number back, guess what? He realized that the direct line went back to the Massachusetts State Police. The same cop, the same agency the cop he found sleeping works for. Ford called and requested if there was a warrant out for him. The police said no.
Nope.
And hung up the phone. All right?
All right.
It gets deeper.
Okay, here we go.
Another call came through to Ford minutes later. He said, this time, the call identified himself as Massachusetts State Police Lieutenant from the Hold'em Barracks. According to Ford, the lieutenant told him he was investigating the trooper who was filmed sleeping on behalf of internal affairs. All right? The cop sleeping on the job is believed to work out of that particular precinct as well. I asked him if he was part of internal affairs. Now watch this. And to identify whether he was part of that organization, Ford said at that time, he was sort of backpedaling and changing the subject. Took about 5 requests before he told me no, that he's not part of internal affairs, but that internal affairs had asked him to look into this. So Ford, he peeps game. All right? Ford peeps game. And he says, I'm giving you no more information, right? Ford has witnessed this trooper sleeping on a daily basis, according to him. That is not being tired, Ford said. This is systematically stealing from your employer, who is funded by my tax dollars. This isn't an accident.
Funded by the
this
tax
isn't
dollars.
a one-time thing. This is somebody that was so blazingly stealing that somebody risked personal issues with a road he drives every single day to put a stop to it.
It's that bad.
It's that bad, all right? So we're going to see what happens. Obviously, Ford is not letting it go. But attorney, if a cop goes to work every day and literally parks the vehicle and then goes to sleep, because according to Ford, this guy does it on a regular basis, is that in fact theft?
I would say technically, yeah.
Probably not. I mean, he's essentially stealing time from his employer.
But in a way, he is stealing. In a way, he is stealing tax dollars from the
somebody working a retail job, maybe taking a longer break than they were supposed to, or something. I don't think you could actually, try to really charge that with theft. I mean, legally. I mean, ethically, yes. And that's the thing. The ethics and the law don't always kind of go together.
They don't merge together.
And I think it's more of an ethical issue here. And what struck me was, we've talked about this quite a bit, right? Like corruption, right? In police. And you just mentioned how lawyers have a review process. We have to pass our, a character test, essentially. And that's because we are agents of our justice system, and we want our justice system to be respected. Police officers, it astounds me they don't have something similar when they are the ones with a gun and they are the ones who can literally restrict your liberty. And yet we have a higher standard for lawyers when it comes to ethics and morals. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Quite interesting, isn't it?
Yep, very interesting. That's what Ads are just saying is, ladies and gentlemen, FTP, film the police. Yeah. When I saw this news, and I thought of news now, Patrick, because I remember when he filmed that, this guy filmed it at daytime. Patrick did it at nighttime. But yeah, the guy was simply sleeping in his cruiser. Passed like a light. Patrick's going to say, hey, sir, you all right? I'm just checking your welfare being. Then the cop got all pissed off, and Patrick was filming like that. The next thing I know, Patrick got arrested, and it made the news all over Oklahoma. Not just the city, all over the state of Oklahoma. With that said, I'm out here, Mike John. Peace out. Much love and respect.